drunk, bro. Crown Royal, our reliable sponsor. Crown Royal.
Drunk. All my cognitive ability goes out the window.
Yeah, I'm just fucking saying shit at this point.
I love those movies.
The ending of that movie is how I wake up every day. Yeah, I mean, what else?
They fucked up.
What else?
You're gonna feel them walk past you. You have to grab them, idiots.
From here on, nothing goes down unless I'm involved.
So you're shuffling your checks with your right hand.
I don't shine shoes anymore.
A nickel bag gets sold in the park. I want in.
Can you do it with your left hand?
I never tried.
Sometimes you don't sound like you're kidding.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Don't ever go over my fucking head again, you motherfucker, you.
Welcome back.
We here. We did The Invisible Man.
Not the Will Smith one either, the good one.
There was a Will Smith one?
I think that's the new one, right? Or am I tripping? Or is it Jaden Smith? No, I'm kidding.
The remake?
That's the thing. So I seen the previews for it, and I wasn't sure if it was a remake or kind of just like a play on it. I don't know. I think it might have been a remake. Possibly. It almost looked like a superhero movie. But like this is like, I can't remember. This is like a couple years ago, right?
A lot of the remakes are like, when they're modernized, they change the stuff a lot enough to make it to make sense for like an action movie.
Like for a modern like blockbuster, I guess you can say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's not like frame for frame, you know. They do a lot of different shit.
I wonder if they have to buy the license for it and then they have to pitch the idea, or if they can just buy the license and be like, oh, we're gonna remake it and then make it into some fucking, you know, because I'm guessing the producer isn't still alive, or the director or the writer or whoever fucking owned the rights to
Oh,
that.
really? 1933. It's not that long ago.
You're asking if the fucking girl, the actor, was
I
still
was
alive.
joking, bro.
He wasn't joking.
In the
But-
bar, like they're all in their 50s, 60s. I
Bro,
was saying, you
okay.
think they're still alive?
Okay, in that time period, that time period must have been so fucking annoying to live in. Like, all their voices were just like, I don't know if it was like a
Movie thing?
yeah, like a movie. Oh shit, they're going off out there.
The bridge?
Yeah, the bridge and someone fucking honking in the parking lot. They're probably looking for the cat still. I was talking to some guy on the deck. Yeah, dude.
Damn.
he's
What's going on?
Sorry
for that.
I was talking to some guy on the deck, and he was just and he was looking for a cat, and I heard it meowing, and then I saw the cat like on the other deck over here looking like, what the fuck is going on? Either way, that time period, like I don't know if their voices was. Do you think they were kind of over exaggerating for like, oh, this is a movie, a theater, like cinema type of thing, or do you think that's just how they talk? Because if that's how they talk,
No, I think it was.
That's how they talked, huh? I wouldn't last.
You're right, though. It did look annoying, and like everyone's a snitch.
It was like over exaggerated. It was like,
Well, the conversations were, but their voices and stuff. I think that was normal. They're also British, which I didn't realize until halfway through the movie.
oh really?
Yeah,
That explains a lot.
they're like
so.
1,000 pounds to the man who finds the Invisible Man.
Interesting. Yeah, that explains a lot. Because I was gonna say the 30s. Maybe it was like that over there in Britain, I guess, if it's a European movie, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I was going to say that I don't think the 30s was looking like that over here. And then I was also thinking, was it in the 30s or was it a movie made in the 30s that was supposed to be the late 1800s? Because like brothels and shit like that. I mean, I guess I'm sure they were still probably around in like country parts, like rural areas
Yeah.
that was late. But I had like in like modern cities, it definitely wasn't like that. It was just starting to kick off, you know?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but I also wonder if they were American actors pretending to be British for the story. Because I don't know. I don't know the history behind the movie.
Can we get an interview with one of these actors, or?
Yeah, if we kill ourselves and go talk to him in heaven, I guess.
No, we'll get the Ouija board and just talk to him. No? All right, never mind.
Good joke. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I don't understand how they did all the effects.
Which ones? Dude, the fucking, okay. going on talking about their fucking voices and being mad annoying, it almost sounded like, you know, that meme where they like make the wobbling like video and the wobbling voice.
Mm-hmm.
When the girl was screaming, it almost sounded like that. I forget what scene it was.
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It almost sounded like that. But yeah, I don't know, like well, it had to be strings, I would think, right? It had to be strings, yeah. Because did they have the green screen yet in film? Or that early a film, at least?
No.
They didn't have green screen.
But I figured that they were doing, like, cutting out frame by frame certain parts and shooting the same scene twice with and without the guy.
Yeah, like
but
in.
I don't know, because there wasn't a whole lot of pan shots while he was, like, moving around and shit. I mean, there were a couple, but I don't know how they did it. I don't know how the effects worked back then, but it was impressive for the 30s.
Uh-huh.
It's one of the earliest movies I've seen and can remember seeing.
Yeah, it was definitely a huge jump, because I think the earliest movie that I seen was, remember we started watching Haxon? I think it was Australian. It was 1922 on the witchcraft. And it was literally like no sound and just fucking like, or no like audio of them talking, and then them like literally having a pencil with drawings being like this to this.
Yeah.
You know?
I do remember.
So that was definitely a huge jump compared to that. It probably had a little bit more money behind it as well that made it be able to do. But within 10 years, it's huge progress. It was probably like back then you were probably like, oh, fuck. It's like seeing the Rock movie for the first time. You're like, oh
Well,
shit.
I'm sure like especially in that period when it's that early, some people were going to the movies for the first time in their lives in like, you know, in the middle of their adulthood. So they're going and like, doesn't matter how shitty the effects are, they're probably like,
their
wow.
radios were fucking huge.
Oh yeah.
Fucking big.
Oh, you're talking about the megaphone, right? Dude, the radio was attached to that. That wasn't the radio, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the loudspeaker.
It was, you needed like fucking like 10 different pieces to make the radio, you know?
Yeah. If you wanted everyone to hear it on like a PA system.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was loud as fuck, I'm sure. That big ass horn looking thing.
Bro, can you imagine? I'm down to travel back in time in the 30s, because the police were dumbasses back then, dude.
The police were not how they were portrayed in that movie. They're stupid, like swinging their batons around, hitting nothing.
Yeah, with their face like looking over.
Yeah, looking over the fence. He comes over. He's like, and then keeps going.
Well, think about it. They literally had every single police in town trying to catch the invisible man, and they were radioing to like different towns, like, we need help. He's invisible. Okay.
But how are you going to deal with an invisible man in the modern age too? Like right now. Anyways.
Honestly.
It's going to be just as hard probably.
Yes. But honestly, like, there's 300 billion people in the United States right now. So it's kind of like, it's one person. He terrorized maybe 100 people. We got other shit going on.
First of all, it's 300 million. 300 billion, we'd be fucking sardines in a can.
Is that worldwide then, maybe?
No.
Around there? No?
Nope.
300 million, my bad. Same shit, bro.
We're getting close to 8 billion.
We're getting close to 8 billion. Numbers don't exist. They're not real.
Told them this before. It's all good.
I'm drunk, bro. Crown Royal. Our reliable sponsor. Crown Royal.
All my cognitive ability goes out the window.
Yeah, I'm just fucking saying shit at this point. But yeah, it was just funny. It was like, okay, we have nothing. All the cops are like, we have nothing else to do besides to catch this invisible man. And I kind of like the Red Rover, or what's that game? Red Rover, right? Or
oh yeah, where they hold hands.
The hold hands. They're like, this is how we're gonna get him, and they surround the building like that.
Yeah, no, that was smart, guys. They did end up having him like go through one of them.
Yeah, I mean, what else?
They fucked up.
What else are you gonna do?
You're gonna feel him walk past you. You have to grab him, idiots.
Yeah,
stupid.
So wait, when he was smoking, he was blowing out the smoke, right?
Yeah.
So if you shoot him, did his blood come out, or was his blood also invisible? I can't remember that.
They did shoot him,
But his
But-
blood didn't come out, huh?
There was no effect for it.
This movie's fucking fake, dude. That's stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. But then again, it was a chemical in his blood that made him invisible. So maybe his blood's invisible as well.
Yeah, dude, that kind of made me realize we can't trust scientists.
Yeah, true.
The motherfucker, all of them, they fucking didn't want to say. They knew what the problem was, and they knew who it was, and they were still like, nah, dude, we don't know what happened. He must be invisible or something. Motherfucker, you know.
The
Can't trust
scientists, right?
Yeah, remember when they were trying
Yeah.
to cover up their tracks? Can you imagine all the
Because
fuck
they were
shit?
scared.
Huh?
They were scared.
Imagine all the fuck shit they were doing, and they're covering up their tracks.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you notice how they brought up like the German experiments and all that?
Yeah,
Shit
it's
was
just
going
real.
on. It
Wait,
was going on back then.
That's fucking crazy, though. Think about it. That was before World War II. The 30s.
Yeah, I know. They're talking about the Axis powers, right? That was World War
Yeah.
One.
So that shit, dude. No. This predictive fucking media is too much, you know?
Uh-huh.
Because just think about it. Back then in like the 50s or 60s, after all that shit happened and they learned about what was going on, they're probably like, oh shit, look, the Invisible Man movie called it type of shit.
Mm.
Dude, they're just trying to they're getting us ready. Black Mirror's real. Fuck it.
I just think that the Germans have always been smart in science.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't bring their fucking scientists over here after World War II if not.
I don't think it was like a prediction by the Invisible Man movie with the scientists in the movie talking about that. I think that was just the Germans were doing crazy shit already with the
Guys.
fucking nerve gas and all that.
You hear this guy right now?
300 billion.
You fucking hear this guy right now. Interesting. Yeah, so that means the Germans were on their shit then. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I wonder what other shit they had.
Dude, they had like machine guns all crazy early.
Yeah, they created the
Gatling
greatest
guns
car
and shit.
ever too, fucking Volkswagen Bug. But yeah, no, dude, they're on their shit.
All you got to do is just get a certain group of people
Are they
that you
still-
don't care about and just do a bunch of experiments on them.
Yeah, dude, they were going hard on the mentally handicapped back then. Fucking
What?
Shutter Island?
That's real?
Yeah. Do you think Shutter Island was fake?
No, I'm talking about they did experiments on handicapped people.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was mostly just Jews and gays, and
That was-
blacks too.
That was part of it. I don't know. I haven't looked into that part of history, but I know for sure, even like the U.S., like handicap, like the whole idea of like the horror of like, oh, being in a handicap or a mental institution that was closed down like 20 years ago. It's supposed to be haunted because they're doing fuck shit like that. Like they're testing
Yeah.
experiments on them.
Yeah, like what good are these?
Yeah,
these
yeah.
people?
They didn't treat them like real people.
Right.
So I know they're on that shit, but yeah, I mean,
yeah,
life's
it's crazy.
I guess.
It's crazy how they used to treat like,
Dude, Shutter
handicapped
Island.
people, you know?
I'm telling you, Shutter Island. Shutter Island was like not like crazy, like informative, but like it was pretty good, like horror movie. Just saying, like that's what used to go on for the most part. It's kind of just like a tale at this point.
yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. The end, you never really know what happens, but everyone's got their own theory, you know.
Yeah,
I love those movies.
The ending of that movie is how I wake up every day.
Have I been lobotomized?
he's like, what was it? He was just like, at the end after they're like, oh, you're good now. He's like, I'm on to them or some shit. He's
Yeah,
like,
no.
they don't know that I know or some crazy shit.
Right. They
Yeah.
allude to all kinds of different
Uh-huh.
possibilities.
Uh-huh.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch that again. Dude, what about the toy train effects? How fucking good were those?
That was tight. That
So
was
good.
fucking tight. Even the
How'd they do the
cars-
little explosions? There's light matches and shit. They have a little gunpowder trail. Little.
it falls off the fucking cliff and immediately blows up. It's like,
Oh man, they should have had little figurines flying out of it.
Like
Oh,
little
man.
arms and shit like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, they really should have.
Yeah, that would have been way too graphic for the movies back then, though. They didn't have any like blood and guts back
Yeah.
then, you know.
The first rated R movie.
I wonder what the first movie with like gore was, you know, real like nasty disfigurement.
I don't know how they would. Do you think it would have been like, you know, like super fake, like dummy? Do you think it will look like? Or better yet, the first porno.
Well,
No sound.
that was homemade for sure. Nobody saw that one. There's some old rich fuck probably.
The camera fucking half the size of the room.
Yeah. Yeah, it has like all kinds of magnifying glasses on the front of it, like zoom lenses or whatever.
200 frames per second or some shit.
Yeah, you got to get in between the flaps of his fucking giant beer belly, his tiny wiener.
I've been drinking.
But yeah, I don't know. It wouldn't be in that decade. Gore and shit. It would have been in like the 70s, probably 60s. I don't know, like Vietnam era movies. I would think, right?
Yeah, that I think just because that's like kind of like the first like one, like the era of like testing the waters and trying to like break the rules, and then also two, probably more ability, like it was easier to get a camera, you know.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't as hard.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, dude, how the fuck do they do the invisible, like, obviously
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how they did it.
So like they did a really good job with the clothes coming off and like him unwrapping his face. They did a good job with that. They did a good job with the fucking smoke. They had to green screen it. They had to figure it out.
Well, that's the thing. When he sits down in a chair, there were parts of him that were fuzzy. You know how a green screen looks?
You can see the outline of him.
You know when
almost.
like a streamer has like a shitty green screen setup and you can see part of it is like kind of like fading or not quite picking it up properly. It was like that. It was like blurry on his legs as it crossed over onto the chair.
Dude, this is what they had to do. Since it was filmed, they had to cut out the pieces in the film and then, like you said, take another shot of it and then lay it over it.
That's what I thought it was.
Fuck, can you imagine how
without a
fucking
green
hard?
screen?
That would be so fucking hard.
Maybe they had a similar effect. They just didn't know how to do it properly. You know, like a white background or some kind of like they have the wrong contrast.
Because like I understand like how they did the whole like him throwing a bike at the fucking people, the strings and shit like that. They had to do strings and all that shit. Or him running like fucking like making it look like ghosts. Like
yeah,
it had to be pull strings and stuff like that.
Yeah, probably.
But the idea of him taking his clothes off and like the clothes just floating there, and it looks like he's holding it. I don't know.
I was gonna say this earlier because I forgot, but it seemed like the doctors were much better actors than anyone else, especially in the beginning when the guy's like gonna die and he gets all he gets all nervous that he's gonna die. He's like what the fuck's the word I'm thinking of? Anyways, he's kind of lost. He kind of lost it there for me because it didn't seem like he was acting as well. But compared to like everyone in the bar in the first few scenes, they're just like super corny lines and
they're such gossiping little bitches, dude.
That's what I'm saying. It would suck to live back then. Everyone's a snitch.
Yeah.
Can't understand what anyone's saying. The lady's screaming the whole time, bro.
Literally everyone's in everyone's business. You know everybody in town. Fuck all that.
Yeah, no, that's trash.
Everyone
smashed each other's girlfriend.
Probably. Bro, we need to bring back those like brothels or whatever you're saying they were.
Yeah.
The
You can just
fucking,
go
like,
go in
bar.
and just take a nap. Just get a room.
Yeah, that was strange to me. I was like, the fuck is this?
I don't know. That was normal back then.
Also, too, that chick was fucking... The girl who was like the maid, not the maid, she worked at the fucking brothel and she was like kind of like almost a room service where she'd bring them food and like whatever.
She was one of the owners,
One,
basically.
yeah, one of the owners. One, she took fucking care of him. She, without
Oh,
even
yeah.
asking, she was bringing food and all this bullshit. That was crazy.
Right.
But also, too, she was probably fucking so annoying.
Oh my god.
If
yeah.
I was just going in there to go sleep, like, dude, leave me alone. I don't want food. I don't want anything. I'll come down if I need anything.
Mhm.
She's fucking up in everyone's business. Fuck all that.
Remember how he's like, leave me alone. I just want to be alone. And she just comes straight back up. She's like, I
Yeah.
forgot to give you this.
Yeah, he went fucking crazy because he turned invisible.
He's like holding the handkerchief over his
Bro,
face.
I thought they were gonna do a fucking sex scene as him and being invisible.
They should have.
Like, have you seen Scary Movie where she's like fucking the ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was gonna be like that, and I was just gonna be like, oh shit, this is about to get lit.
They didn't do sex
1930
scenes.
style,
They didn't do sex
late
scenes.
800s.
That
I
was
know.
not a thing.
That was too progressive for him.
Yeah. No, it definitely was. Hey, this movie wasn't as misogynistic as the other one though.
Yeah, dude, I think
As Rear Window. Sorry. I
as
couldn't
Rear
think of it.
Window, was Rear Window as misogynistic?
Yeah, dude. They were all like the women were giving ideas and I forget the main actor's name. But clearly Alfred Hitchcock was like, women are going to come up with these ideas and you're going to fucking tell them how stupid they are in the movie. Like he immediately shuts them down and like laughs at them how stupid it is.
I don't think I wouldn't take it like that. I'm not even getting I wouldn't take it like that. I would just be like, the 30s, everyone knew their role. I don't know.
You're
I'm done.
you're an idiot, dude.
I think they get a bad rep. It wasn't as bad as everyone's saying it was. Nah. They definitely had like their ideologies in place where they just didn't like really break it. They were kind of just like, oh, this is what we're told and this is it. But yeah, the third, I didn't even realize that one compared to Rear Window being better, honestly.
And this one came out earlier too.
Yeah, exactly. That it's what, like 20-year difference.
I think 10, because wasn't it like late 40s, maybe 15?
Oh yeah, they're ahead of its
I can't
time.
remember.
They're ahead of its time. On the forefront, breaking all the rules.
The doctor's daughter was a semi decent, like big role. You know, that's a pretty big role for a movie back then. So, and she was not annoying.
She was fucking riding for him too.
Attractive.
She was riding for him. She was like, nah, fuck
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna go with you. That
Yeah,
was crazy.
No, she had a really good character, and they didn't like, you know, throw her under the bus at any point. I thought they treated her fairly, so that was cool.
Is that like a thing? I didn't even. Were they fucking? Why would they throw her under the bus?
God, dude, men were assholes. Women got treated like shit back then, especially in the media.
What? No.
Yeah, they're just sex icons, literally.
Oh, okay. So in that sense,
Not
yeah.
that was like something that some of the women.
But
didn't
wait,
want.
were they sex icons? Because they weren't really doing any.
Marilyn
like-
Monroe, bro? Like,
But what year is that? Isn't that like 60s, 70s?
no,
What year is she?
like 20s.
40s? Marilyn Monroe's 20s?
Marilyn Monroe.
Here's some information.
Sex symbol of the 50s. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was later. That's what I'm
I
saying.
thought it was way earlier.
No. Earlier back in then, it was like it. I think she was like one of the first like symbols to be like, oh, I'm like publicly like being sexy, I guess. But that's not even like compared to what it is now. It's nothing, you know.
Yeah.
But it was one of the first steps. But back then, yeah, I don't think like nothing was over sexualized, to say the least. They like, I feel like women definitely got the short end of the stick of their opinions being heard out for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they're over sexualized. Definitely not in the 30s.
Well, maybe this conversation is too early. Like this movie's too early for what I'm talking about. But either way, I don't think women had nearly as big a role as men in the media.
Oh no, not at all. No.
Singers, probably. a lot of great singers from back then,
Mm-hmm.
but same goes for men. No. Rat Pack and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know. I wasn't there, so I literally don't know. They had a little bit of everything in there. They had the fucking no. Never mind. They didn't. It was. Never mind. I was gonna say they had a variety of characters, but they were they didn't have that many different characters. They had the dumbass. They had the clown ass scientist. They had the clown ass police. They're all just kind of clowns.
Yeah, that's fair. What was up with the police sitting crisscross applesauce in a circle?
Bro, the police had literally nothing else to do. They were fucking bored.
But you
Wait,
know what I mean?
oh!
You know what I mean, though, when they're on the ground sitting like children.
They're having like a meeting. They're having a fucking meeting, and they're all sitting on the ground, and one guy's sitting in the chair talking to them like it's fucking kindergarten.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't understand.
Would you think that was like normal back then?
I hope
Is
not.
that why we sat like that as kids?
I hope not. I'll lose fucking respect from our grandparents if that was fucking normal. I'll be like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Get your ass up off the ground, bro.
Yeah.
Pretty good. They give them structure.
What time to be alive, dude? Yes. Fuck. What I know the guy was trying to take over the fucking world being invisible, but like how?
Dude, you can, if you're invisible, you can do so much shit for people.
I understand you can, like, being invisible gives a huge advantage of taking over the world, but back then, like, how do you take over the world? Like, how do you gain that control?
Well, first of all, you could information is power, you know?
Well,
So
yeah,
you
but
could be a spy and literally like steal shit from each country to create like an army of people that have like the best advantage in terms of like military power and stuff.
like the communicate, like, yes, you can do that, but the communication between each country would take months almost to get the message over and get everything rolling, you know? Like, yeah, you could start something here, but say I have people in like Mexico or Canada or some shit, like getting the message out to them back then was fucking like would take forever.
Yeah.
And then organizing it all into one.
All I know is it'd be really easy to get super rich.
Yeah,
It'd be
easy.
really easy to start a cult of people.
Back then you could be like, yeah, I'm rich. And then people would be like, oh, he's rich, and they give him shit. I don't fucking know.
He just walked into the bank and carried a drawer out and nobody said anything.
He was invisible though, so it's a ghost.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
imagine you do that even twice a day.
Yeah. The genie
okay.
wasn't left out of the bottle to steal stuff. People are, what do you mean steal stuff? Why would anyone ever do that?
But just being able to sneak around and hear conversations and read books you're not supposed to read and shit.
Fucking starts a militia through those big ass radios.
Dude, you know what I didn't understand was he's invisible, right? But he has to be naked to be invisible. How the fuck is he walking through the snow?
Fucking cold.
He's walking through the snow to get to the doctors, and he's like, "Start a fire. I'm cold." Like, bro, you have hypothermia. Like, there's no way. There was no way you're cold.
Different breeds back
You'd
then.
be on fire from the fucking blistering, you know?
Different breeds.
Built different. Got a bunch of bitter genes running around.
Fuck bitter.
Jack's right. We do need to do another diss song for him. Good one.
That'd be wild.
Anyways, good movie. Definitely one of the classics. Definitely check it out. I had heard of it before, but
I didn't realize it was in the 30s. I thought it was I thought it was like 60s.
It's old as fuck.
Yeah, definitely a classic. Definitely worth watching.
Yeah.
Especially like I love watching those old films, and like even if it's like a movie like, oh, this is like almost a character of this time period, it's interesting to think of how they depict that time period.
Yeah.
That's worth the watch.
It is. Check it out. I wish I knew more of those actors back then. I will say that. Yeah, I wish I knew, how famous they were, how many different films they did.
I want to know what if their children ever made it, or their children or grandchildren ever made it also into acting as well, and what roles and movies they made as well.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure that it was also easier to send them into entertainment in general. So like if they wanted to sing
everybody,
or be artists or whatever, or be dancers.
The people.
Yeah.
Because
live performance back then was huge. So not just like acting.
You had to have
in
talent
plays
back
and shit,
then.
but yeah. So
you can't fucking deep fake your
no
performance.
No, you cannot. And that's a real thing, and that's fucking scary. Check us out on Spotify and iTunes when we get those up. We'll have those links soon, and Amazon. Did I say that? And then our social media, we got Twitter, Instagram. Have that in the description. At Ben's Room Show. Thanks for watching.
Later.
Bye.